The day my father died was the darkest of our lives. He had a sudden heart attack, or so the hospital told us. We were in shock, no warnings, no goodbyes. My mum sobbed like I'd never seen before. My sister fainted at the funeral. I tried to be strong, holding back tears. Hundreds came to say goodbye, friends, co-workers, family. We buried an expensive coffin we never opened. The priest spoke of a great man, gone too soon. But I had no idea. Dad was watching us the whole time. A week later, strange things started happening. I found Dad's watch on the kitchen counter. My mum blamed it on grief hallucinations. My sister swore she heard his voice in the garage. Lights flickered in his office, always at 3 a.m. His favorite chair would rock on its own. It felt like he never really left. But I didn't believe in ghosts, I believed in clues. I checked the coffin's receipt. It wasn't from the funeral home. Something was off. Deeply off. I hacked into my dad's old laptop. It was supposed to be wiped, but it wasn't. There were recent emails dated after his death. One read, "They'll understand soon enough." My hands shook as I scrolled through his inbox. Transactions, travel bookings, and one chilling message. Fake death confirmed. Next step, observation. Who fakes their death and leaves a trail behind? I couldn't believe it. My dad was alive, and he was watching us. I tracked the IP address from the emails. It led to a small cabin in the mountains. I told no one I needed to know the truth first. After school, I took a bus and hiked for hours. The air was cold, silence all around. Finally, I saw smoke rising. In the distance, my heart raced with every step. The cabin looked abandoned except for the flickering light inside. I peeked through the window and saw him. My dad was alive, older, beard grown, tired eyes. He was sitting by the fire, reading a book. I opened the door slowly. He didn't flinch. "I knew you'd come," he whispered. I froze. "Why? Why did you do it?" He looked at me, guilt flooding his face. "I had to know if you'd survive without me. You were all too dependent. I needed to break the chain." My voice cracked. "You broke us instead." Silence. Then, a tear rolled down his cheek. Dad explained everything like it was a game. "I watched how you handled pain, loss, fear. You needed to grow up. Toughen up." He believed life was too easy for us before. "So you faked your death?" I shouted. "Yes, pain is the greatest teacher." I felt disgusted, betrayed. But part of me understood his twisted logic. He thought he was doing something noble, but he underestimated the damage. I left the cabin without another word. Back home, I told my mum and sister. My mum collapsed on the kitchen floor, sobbing. My sister broke everything in her room. We felt like we lost him all over again. Except this time, it was by choice. Police refused to intervene, no crime committed. But the emotional damage was undeniable. My mum filed for legal separation anyway. We were done playing his game. It's been 5 years since that day. I never saw Dad again, not even once. But I did become stronger, wiser, colder. My sister became a counselor for trauma victims. Mum found peace through therapy and gardening. We rebuilt ourselves from the wreckage. And, in a twisted way, his lesson worked. But we paid too high a price. Sometimes I wonder if he watches us still. I hope he feels the pain we carried. On my 21st birthday, I got a package. No return address, just my name. Inside was a letter, a photograph, and a key. The photo showed us as kids, all smiling. The letter read, "I'm sorry. I love you, always." The key was labeled, "Cabin. Storage." I never went back to open it. I didn't need closure. I had already moved on. But I kept the photo. My dad faked his death to teach us about life. He wanted us to grow stronger through pain. Maybe he was right. Or maybe he was just a coward. But the lesson stayed with me forever. Sometimes, pain is the greatest motivator, but it should never come from someone you love. I've built a life on my own terms, and I live every day knowing I survived the man who broke me.